Hello, hello.
Hello,
Good evening.
good evening.
Okay. Look, I think we completed till this now.
अरे मैथ्स का चैप्टर 2 करा देते
Which chapter?
हैं चैप्टर 2 मैथ्स का
Oh, mm,
यूपी में भी आ रहा है वो
UT में.
हम्म
Just wait. Tomorrow we will start that chapter. Okay. Tomorrow, otherwise, your exam is on
मंडे से स्टार्ट है
Monday.
हम्म
Oh, okay. One day to complete the whole chapter. How many exercises are there?
2
Two exercises.
हम्म
And what is the name of the name of that chapter?
पॉलिनॉमियल्स
Polynomials. Okay. First, focus on this chapter. Okay. Tomorrow I will try to complete. Okay. If possible, then it's okay. Otherwise, you will learn from the YouTube. Okay.
ओके
Look, this is the whole chapter. Okay. Today we have to complete till this the aristocracy and the middle class. Okay.
हम्म
Here is the note. So okay, I'm starting from the beginning to connect with this chapter. Okay. What do you mean by nationalism?
नेशनलिज्म एक फीलिंग होता है
Okay.
फीलिंग टू
Nas-
मेक योर कंट्री
no.
नेशनल
Nationalism is a feelings of unity. Is a feelings of a
यूनिट रिपब्लिक होने की फीलिंग होती है
unity. Based on if it is a feelings of a unity that is based on historic if if many people have the
बैकग्राउंड
same historical background, same type of struggle, type of a struggle, then one is historical background, language. On the basis of a language also we're going to be unit. Then after language, religion also. Okay. This is the main nationalism is one type of a feeling of a unity. The unity is based on historical background, same struggle, language, religion, many things. Okay. So how this feeling start in Europe? That is our chapter. That is our chapter. These feelings of unity how started in Europe. Initially, it was started in Europe, then it is spread to all over the world.
वर्ल्ड
Okay. So at the initial of starting of your chapter, there is a image, there is a printing made by Frederick Sorayo.
फैब्रिक सॉरी
Frederick Sorayo in 1848. 1848.
48
The name of that printing is The Dream of Worldwide Democratic and Social Republic.
रिपब्लिक
What was the name of that painting? The
द
Dream of
ड्रीम ऑफ वर्ल्डवाइड
Worldwide Democratic and
सोशल
Social Republic. Okay. Then what was inside this painting? What was inside this painting? In your exam, the question is coming like this. Explain Frederick Sorayo's visions of a world made up of a democratic and social republic. Okay.
रिपब्लिक
Otherwise, describe the first print prepared by Frederick Sorayo in 1848. Otherwise, what was shown in Sorayo's utopian vision? Otherwise, explain the symbol used in Sorayo's painting. 4 to 5. Okay. Different type of question, but the answer is same. The answer is same. Okay. In 1848, a French artist named Frederick Sorayo made 4 pictures showing his dream of a world with a democratic and social republic. Democratic means
डेमोक्रेटिक मीन्स
hmm,
आजाद जिसमें
hmm,
नेता खुद चुने
okay. Democratic is a process through which we select our government. We select our government, and the government should be responsible toward the people. Okay, whatever the government did, he should responsible towards the people. and the democratic government have certain limit. Okay, you have to do something under one constitution, under some rule. Okay,
Hmm.
republic means your head of
Republic means Azad.
your government should not be hereditary. Okay, like in India, the president post is not hereditary. Okay,
हाँ.
so what was inside this painting? The painting was showing Frederick Sorayu's dream of a democratic and
Of
social republic.
democratic and social republic.
How many picture are there? Four
Four.
picture are there. In the first pic,
1848 में बना था.
in the first picture, people from Europe and America are walking together in a long procession. Men and women of different ages and classes are paying respect to the Statue of Liberty. Liberty is shown as a woman holding a torch of enlightenment in one hand, the right of a
और
man in other hand.
Charter of Rights in one hand.
Total four figure are there.
Hmm.
In the first figure, what was inside it? In the first figure, people
Statue
from
of
Europe and
Liberty.
America. People from in the first figure, Frederick Sarai is showing people from Europe and America.
America.
Europe is a continent, America is in another continent. Okay,
Hmm.
walking together in a long procession. Look, they are coming together in a long procession.
Hmm.
In that procession, man is there, woman is there, a different age group. That means he is trying to give the liberty equal to all the means
All,
all
gender, all
person,
age,
all person like men, women, and children, and also older one.
and also
Okay,
old.
paying respect to the Statue of Liberty. They are coming towards Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty.
Liberty.
Okay, Statue of Liberty is a woman. This Statue of Woman is Liberty is a
Woman.
woman. In one hand, the whole torch of enlightenment, and in other hand, a right of a man in other hand. Okay, that means if you look the Statue of Liberty, in one hand, the whole torch of enlightenment. What do you mean by torch of enlightenment?
Torch है light करने के लिए.
Means freedom, equality, fertility. These are the top. Enlightenment means from dark to light. From okay. Then in other hand, they hold right of a man. That means that time in society, all person did not have a same right.
Right.
Okay,
Woman.
you understand the first? You understand the first figure?
Hmm.
Total four painting are there inside the first figure.
Yes.
These things are there. In the second,
Statue of
हाँ,
Liberty और बहुत सारे लोग जा रहे हैं उसके पास.
okay,
अमेरिका और यूरोप से.
Europe.
वो एक वुमेन है और उसने टॉर्च ऑफ एनलाइटमेंट और चार्टर राइट ऑफ मैन होल्ड कर रखा है.
हाँ. Broken. Look, at that time only they are trying to give right to men. Okay, don't think initially the rights were given to men, then women. Okay,
Hmm.
broken symbol of a kings and absolute ruler are lying on the ground, showing the end of absolutism. Okay, what do you mean by absolutism? Coming to
एब्सोल्यूटिज्म मतलब
oh look,
जो राज करते हैं ऐसे ही.
absolutism means ruler or government having complete power without any restriction. Okay, means in democratic form of government, in monarchical form of government, the main difference is in democratic form of government have some restriction. Government have some restriction, but in
monarchy government do
not have any restriction. So can I conclude that monarchical form of government are absolute? I mean there is no restriction. But in democratic form of government are not absolute. Okay, you understand? So absolutism means no restriction.
No restriction.
Okay, whatever you want you can do. Broken symbol of a kings and absolute ruler are lying on the ground, showing the end of absolutism. Look here, the broken part of absolute ruler are there. So what it is showing according to Frederick Sorayu, it is the end of absolutism.
Absolutism.
Okay, this is in a second figure. In the figure, different groups are shown as separate nation with their own flag and clothes. Look in this figure, look, the procession have different flag, different
Flags and
flag,
different clothes.
different cloth. United States and Switzerland are leading because they were already nation state. Look, if you look, means Switzerland and United States already passed the Statue of Liberty. What does it mean? It means they are already nation state. They are already nation
Nation
state. What does it mean? Means in their country already absolutism were diminished.
was not
Okay,
in a democracy start होता था उनके
democracy were started in a
देश के अंदर.
United States and Switzerland. So they already passed. They already passed. They are not in the figure. They are not in
ये
the
वाला फ्लैग
figure.
स्विट्जरलैंड का है.
No, 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 no. They are not in. Look like here, here.
हाँ
Okay.
वही वाला फ्लैग.
Not this one. This one. They are already passed because they already from nation state. Okay. Just wait. What is the meaning of nation state? Later we will study. Okay. France. Look. This is the France. This is the France peoples. Because look, all are coming, na? Some are near to the Statue of Liberty. Some are already passing. Some are very far from the Statue of Liberty. So who passes Statue of Liberty? That means they are already forming nation state. But who are near to the Statue of Liberty? That means they are going to become nation state. Okay? France come next with the tricolor flag. France flag contain tricolor, that is blue, red, black. Okay, here it is not showing. Okay, now here it is red, white, and black. This is showing. This is showing red, white, and black. Means they are very nearest to the nearest nation state. Okay. Then come to the German people. It is the German people because look, in the second figure they are, in the third figure they are showing, they are telling na, separate nation with their own flag and clothes. Okay, this is the German people carrying the black, red, and gold flag. Black, red, and gold flag, showing their hope for the united German. Means they are trying to become nation state. Okay. Already, already two states are becoming nation state. One is no, one is US, one is Switzerland. France are very close to becoming nation state, and behind the France, German are there. Okay. Then other countries shown: Austria, Italy, Poland, England, Ireland, Hungary, Russia. Other are these countries. Okay. Above them, Christ, angels, and the saint are watching, symbolizing brotherhood among nations. The look in above, who are there? Christ, angels, saints. They are watching. Are they are happy with this? Okay, they were happy with this. Whatever happening in below, they were happy. Okay, means what does it mean? The meaning is this: Frederick Sorayu tried to show whatever is happening in below, they were the God also want this. The God also want this.
Wanted it to happen.
Okay. The picture explains the rise of nationalism in 19th century. Nationalism helped people develop a feelings of a common identity, share history and unity. Because of this, many nation states were formed, replaced old multinational empires. The total four figure, if you combine, the main theme is this. Now you understand each and every point clearly. Four figure. In first figure, describe about Statue of Liberty and the procession.
और बहुत सारे लोग
Procession.
जा रहे हैं.
Wait. In second,
Expression of
in
more
second figure, they are
nationalism
showing end of absolutism.
and end of absolutism.
In third figure, they are showing why they are coming near to the Statue of Liberty.
Uh,
Okay, sorry. In third figure, they were showing different people of different nation having different flag and different dress,
Different
cloth.
clothes.
In fourth figure, they were describing why they are coming near to the Statue of
Statue of
Liberty.
Liberty.
Now, if the question is coming like this, I will send this PDF. You will learn everything from this PDF.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Then come to here, means from this to this, two terms are important. What is nation state? Then, what is nation state? And what is the difference between nation state and multinational dynasty? Okay?
Mm,
Number one, what is nation state? A nation state is a state where the people feel they belong to one nation. Look,
mm.
suppose this is India. India is divided into 28 state and 8 union territory. 8
Union
union.
territory.
But all the part of India, the people are feeling, the people are thinking, we are the
We
part
are
of a
Indian.
nation. The name of that nation is India.
Mm,
Okay, this is called nation state. Okay, nation
mm,
state means people feel belong to one nationality. Okay,
mm.
a nation state is a country where most people say why they feel we are comes under one nation because common identity.
Common
Ah,
history, common
you are
language,
from,
common
suppose you are from Kashmir and I am from Tamil Nadu. We both having same history. This is why common identity. We are Indians. We are Indians.
Indian.
First, nation state means people feel they belong to one nation. It is people feel they belong to one nation. Why their
Mm,
feelings? Why their feelings we are belonging from one nation? Because common identity. And suppose
mm,
you and your brother having both parents. Your parents are same. That's why you are feeling unite, na?
mm,
You and your brother are unite because your parents are same. Same
mm,
thing. The person from Kashmir, the person from Tamil Nadu are feeling same because they are common identity as Indians, common
mm.
history,
Common history.
common language or culture. Language may be different, but these are the category. Okay, culture are same and feeling of a unity. Okay, you understand what we mean by nation state?
Nation state.
Feel they belong
Nation
to one
state.
nation. It has a what is inside? What is inside nation state that is absent in multinational dynasty? That is in nation state there will be a
Central
central government.
government.
Central government means for
Central
in
government
look
like
28
the
28
government is supposed control
28
directly
state
to
28 state controlled by one central government.
government.
Fixed boundary. Everyone have
Mm.
our country has fixed boundary. Our state also. Look,
State also has
state is
boundary.
only for proper administration. Okay, we divide our whole country into 28 state because of a proper administration. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. That means a nation state have central government, fixed boundary, sovereign power over its territory. Means suppose this is India, this is northeastern part, this is Gujarat. All over the part, Indian government have a sovereign. Sovereign means taking decision by own. We don't we don't de- uh, de- depend on anyone to take our decision. Okay,
Mm. Mm.
you understand now what I mean by nation state? Feelings belong to one nation. People feelings one nation. Why they are
One
feeling?
nation.
Why they are feeling one nation?
Due to
Common
common
identity, common
identity,
history,
common
common
history,
language,
feeling
feelings
of
of unity.
unity.
And then what was the
Central government have fixed boundaries or sovereign.
sovereign power over its territory? That means it was absent in. That means it was absent in the multinational dynasties. Na?
Huh.
If the question is coming like this, nation state, people share common identity, language, culture. If the question is coming like this, what is the difference between nation state and multinational dynasties? The
Dynasties.
main difference is In nation state, people were think
Common
common.
identity,
People were thinking we are unity, belongs to
unity.
one nation. People were thinking,
Uh,
look,
we are unity, united as
citizens
one
feels
nation.
united as one nation. All the citizens are feel we are united as one nation.
Mm,
But it may or may not be in multinational dynasties. Okay,
mm,
people share common identity, language, culture, and history. In today, total suppose four nation state are there. Okay,
uh, mm,
all the state having their own boundary, own people,
uh,
and the people of that nation having same identity, having
mm. Same
same
identity.
identity, language, culture, and history. Okay, force. Look, if you can say, sir, there are some country on which different language are there, different culture are there. They are united. Okay, and sometimes they also revolt against the government. Divide this, divide this. Okay, give me us a new nation. Okay, but most of the in today era, most of the nation state are having people. They have
Common
a common
identity,
identity, language, culture, and a history. Okay,
history.
rule in the interest of the nations and citizen. Whoever the ruler, whoever the government, they were ruled because the interest of a nation and citizen, not interest of a personal. Okay,
Mm,
not the interest of the king. Suppose
mm.
now Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. Whatever they did, they
Because
are doing
citizens
from
elected him to.
interest of a nation and citizen, not for himself. But in multinational dynasties, the main problem is people are not feeling they are united.
United.
Okay, that is the most important thing. Ruled by a king or dynasty, they are making anything means benefit. Most of the benefit to king are their
Mm,
rel- relatives. Different
mm,
groups of people, different groups of people. Okay,
mm.
we will learn one example. Habsburg Empire, which is in Austria,
Austria. Yeah.
Hungary Austrian Empire. It is a country. Now Hungary is another country, Austria is another country. In this country, in this empire, Habsburg Empire, different people of a different culture, different language, different identity are forcefully combined together. Okay,
Mm, mm.
so that is the most important problem in multinational dynasties, and that is the path. This is the advantages in nation state. One word you have to remember: nation state means people who are feeling
People are feeling of
united,
unity.
unity, which is absent in a multinational
Multinational
dynasty.
dynasties.
A nation state is based on unity of a people, while a multinational dynasty is based on the rule of a royal family over many different
Family over
nations.
nation. Uh,
Okay, now you clearly understand what we have
the
already
difference
completed.
between nation.
Frederick Sorayus
Frederick Sorrew's utopian
painting.
vision.
Number two, what do you mean by
The
nation
difference
state?
between nation state and multinational
And what is
dynasties.
the difference between nation state and multinational dynasties? Then next is what do you understand an absolute institution? I have already discussed that. Absolutist institution means no restriction on government. No restriction on a government. It is
Government.
called absolutist institutions or
Mm,
absolutism. Or it can we say absolutism.
mm.
Then coming to there is a point in your book that is what do you mean by utopian vision? Utopian vision
यूटोपियन
means
विजन मतलब एक विजन जो
utopian means
इमेजिनरी
an
थी वो इम्पॉसिबल है होना.
imaginary ideal society. राम राज्य जैसे बोलते हैं राम राज्य हो जाना. It's impossible. But it is like look, Frederick Sarayu was a painter. So no restriction what he think na.
Hmm.
Something. So they think one utopian society. Okay?
Hmm. Imaginary ideal society.
So from if you compare what we have discussed, we complete till this. Till this.
Yes.
Everything we complete. Every point we complete and the question also we have discussed. Then come to next step. Before going to French Revolution, try to understand timeline and event after French Revolution. Look, Short description only that in 1789
French Revolution
something
started.
was something was happening in France. Means people were disagree towards this absolute institution. Why there is no restriction in a institution or king? They were thinking
No
so.
restriction.
Huh,
King can do anything.
so they started one revolution. Okay. Then from 1789 to whatever happening till 1848, you have one vision. Otherwise, you never understand anything from that from this chapter. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Only remember one thing. In 1789, people of France started questioning about this absolute institution. Okay. Why your
Mm-hmm.
power is not restricted by persons. Okay, or citizens. So it is started 1789. More precise 14 June. 14 June 1789. Look, 1789 French Revolution began in France. The people revolted against absolute monarchy. Absolute monarchy means no restriction on the monarch
No
and
restrictions on the monarch.
and feudal privileges. Feudal privileges means that day also I was telling you that in
Privileges
uh,
मतलब जो
wait.
जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार मिलता है
In this
उससे
time, in top there was a king, and the total nation was divided into small small area,
हाँ
small some area,
एक
and king is
लैंड
ruling.
का था
King is ruling total area, and
हम्म,
there was feudal lord who are sitting in small part. They are doing, they are ruling behalf of a king, behalf of a king.
किंग
What was the problem? Suppose king decided to collect 5 rupees tax from this area,
5 रुपीज हाँ
but this feudal lord collecting 10 rupees. This
हम्म,
was the main problem. Okay.
हम्म,
In 1789, the National Assembly abolished feudalism and declared the right of a man and citizen. Okay, look, before 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 this revolution, just wait 1 second. Before this revolution, there was a state general. There was a state general. State general means, look,
स्टेट जनरल मतलब जो
listen.
एक
In
स्टेट
in France, the whole society was divided into three categories, three states. Number one,
का क्लैरिक्स
uh, clergy. Hmm.
और नंबर
Then
2 था जो
aristocrats,
राजा हाँ
aristocrats, and
जो
number
राजा
three,
वो
peasants. Number three, peasants. Instead of remembering their name, remember first state, second state, and third state. Okay.
हाँ
And most of the land were under this first state
एरिस्टोक्रेट्स
and second state. Tha,
एरिस्टोक्रेट्स और क्लैरिक्स
ah,
कास्ट मोस्ट ऑफ द लैंड था पर पेजेंट्स बहुत ज़्यादा थे
ah.
उनसे
This first state and second state have minority. Minority means less number of a
लेस
person,
पीपल
and they have most amount of a land.
लैंड
And these two groups did not give any type of a tax. Tax were collected from third state.
थर्ड स्टेट
Okay, but for taking decision, look, in 1789 there is a situation coming. King try to increase the tax. King try to increase the tax. For increasing tax, there was a state general. It is one type of assembly. Okay.
हाँ हाँ
So
पर
every assembly, sorry, in assembly three state have their member. Three state have their member. Means from first state, some member are there. From second state, some
सेकंड
member are
स्टेट
there. From third state, some member are there. But the problem is, if you try to increase the tax, so there will be there was one vote system. There was one vote system. The vote system problem is that they are counting total member as one state, means one state one vote, one state
वन स्टेट वन वोट
one
का
vote.
था वहाँ पे
The problem is that if two states are not giving tax
टैक्सेस तो वो तो हाँ
and you are trying to increase the tax, So look, these two are not giving the these two
tax
states
देने
are
का
not
था.
giving the tax. If you vote, if you create one election in which you are trying to increase the tax, then these two 100% gave in the support of increasing tax, na, because they are not
हाँ,
paying.
they
So
are not
but the
paying.
third state, irrespective of they want or they did not, you have to give the tax.
They did
Okay.
not have any option.
This assembly is called state general. This assembly is called state general
Mm,
before the French
before
Revolution.
the French Revolution it
When French Revolution was
start
started,
हुआ था, जब revolt
they demolished this state general. Instead of a state general, they starting national assembly. They starting national
national
assembly.
assembly.
Means after, look, in 1789, who is the this is before French Revolution. Who is the ruler of who is ruling France? Monarch, king. King is
Monarchs,
ruling. When
uh,
when French Revolution started, the power was coming from monarch to this national assembly. This
assembly.
national assembly. Okay.
Mm,
National Assembly abolished feudalism and declared the right of a man and citizen. Look, here women right are not there, only man and citizen. Then
mm,
in 1781, it was happening in 1789. In 1791, remember, this time the power is on National Assembly hand. The power is on National Assembly
hand.
hand. In 1789 now, what they are doing in this period from 1789 to 1791, they are doing, but they are writing their constitution.
Constitution बना रहे हैं ये.
Okay, they were writing their own constitution. Okay,
Mm,
after the completion of a constitution in 1791, a constitution was introduced. France became a constitutional monarchy. What do you mean by constitutional monarchy?
एक
Now
monarch
monarch,
जिसके पास constitution भी था.
no. Now whatever the king was doing, that was under this constitution. Means under constitution, whatever the right are
Restriction
there,
था ये
hmm,
उनके, है ना.
in the constitution, whatever the power are there, king can
You
enjoy
can
that power.
exercise that powers.
Okay, means limitation the king's power. That means जो absolutism था ना, उसके ऊपर क्या restriction लग गया. Okay,
Hmm.
in 1791. Remember the date. 1789 began of a
1700
began of a
began of French
revolution.
Revolution.
In 1789, demolished of a state general, and power comes to National Assembly. Then National Assembly started their writing of a constitution in 1791. They completed the
They introduced the constitution.
constitution. In 1792, monarch was abolished and France became a republic. Look, initially they gave power to king. Okay,
King को power
because
दिया था.
because क्योंकि क्यों पावर दिया था, क्योंकि
Yeah.
उनके चारों तरफ कौन थे? बाकी किंगडम थे.
Hmm.
उनके भी रूलर कौन था? किंग था. अगर ये
Hmm.
खुद के कंट्री से किंग को मार देते या फिर किंग का पोजीशन नहीं रखते, तो ये सारे उनके साथ ट्रेड नहीं करते. ओके,
Okay.
that's why few for few time they keep the king position. But
Hmm.
king was king was thinking, the king was trying to again control the power. That's why in between 1 year, after 1 year, they demolished the monarch. Okay, and
Monarch
France
का
become
power.
republic. France become
Republic
republic.
बना दिया.
A republic means head of the state should be elected, not selected.
हाँ.
Okay, citizen got political right in 1792. Okay, look, 1791 में वो बना दिया क्या? Constitution.
Hmm.
1791 में वो मोनार्कियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट को बंद कर दिया, ये मोनार्क स्टेट जो पोजीशन को खत्म कर दिया. देन 1793 से 1794 तक एक पार्टी जिसका नाम है जैकोबियन क्लब, इन्होंने इलेक्शन में जीत गए, ये पावर में आ गए. ओके, जैकोबियन क्लब एंड रेड बाय मीन्स, हाँ, रोबिस्पियर. रेन ऑफ टेरर मीन्स इस टाइम में क्या हुआ, जो उस रिवॉल्यूशन को दबाने के लिए ट्राई करे थे उनको फांसी दिया गया. ओके, देन 1795 a directory government was established but it became unstable. Look, 1793 से 1794 के बीच में क्या हुआ? जाकोबियन क्लब पावर में आ गया।
हाँ,
जाकोबियन क्लब में
उसका
हेड कौन था? रोबिस्पियर।
ये
हाँ, रोबिस्पियर ने क्या किया? बहुत ज्यादा मारपीट किया। ओके, बहुत
प्रेसिडेंट
सारे पनिश
दिया,
किया, जिसको मन किया उसको मार दिया। तो फ्रांस ने क्या किया? इसको
हटा दिया।
हटा दिया। फिर कौन आए? डायरेक्ट गवर्नमेंट। डायरेक्ट गवर्नमेंट 3-4 पर्सन रहेंगे, वो रूल करेंगे। बट ये अनस्टेबल था, ये अनस्टेबल था। इसके वजह से क्या
डेमोक्रेसी
हुआ?
नहीं थी ना इसमें।
हम्म?
इसमें डेमोक्रेसी नहीं होती है ना,
अरे
गवर्नमेंट में।
डेमोक सब में डेमोक्रेसी है। ओके, बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है? आफ्टर बिकमिंग द गवर्नमेंट, आफ्टर टेकिंग द पावर, दे वर डूइंग something that was not under the constitution. Okay, then in 1700, look, 1795 directory government was formed, but it was unstable due to this one army general coming, and they took the power.
नेपोलियन
They took the
बोनापार्ट।
power. Napoleon Bonaparte. On 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte took the power. Took the power. And in 1804, they declared as the emperor of France. Okay, you understand the timeline? If you don't understand the look, initially France under one monarchy, revolt start, independence coming, or freedom coming, or democracy coming. Again, again there are some problem. So France,
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाया 1791 में, फिर 1794 में
look, what happening before French Revolution? France under monarchical form of government. After revolution, France gone to a democratic form of government.
डेमोक्रेटिक।
Again, in after some time, they come to dictatorship. Then what happening? In 1815, Napoleon was defeated at Waterloo. There was a war that is called War of Waterloo. उसमें क्या किया गया? नेपोलियन को हराया गया। कौन हराया? कौन हराया? क्योंकि नेपोलियन ने, हाँ,
हराया था।
नेपोलियन ने एक्सपेंशन पॉलिसी के थ्रू साइड के, जैसे यूके हो गया, इटली हो गया, बेल्जियम हो गया, जर्मन हो गया, ये सबको क्या किया था? अक्योर किया था। तो इन सब ने मिलकर 1815 में नेपोलियन को हरा दिया। ओके, देन 1815 Napoleon was defeated at Waterloo. The Congress of Vienna restored monarchy and tried to maintain conservative rule in Europe. तो 1815 में नेपोलियन हार गया। उसके बाद क्या हुआ? फिर एक बार फ्रांस में आ गया क्या? मोनार्कियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट। ये जो लिखा है ना, द कांग्रेस ऑफ वियना, मीन्स वियना एक सिटी है, उस सिटी में कांग्रेस हुआ, मीन्स मीटिंग हुआ, उससे डिसाइड किया गया कि फ्रांस में फिर एक बार मोनार्कियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट आएगा। ओके, ये कंजर्वेटिव थिंकिंग क्या है मैं बताऊंगा आगे। फिर फ्रॉम 1821 to 1830 what happened? Liberal and nationalist revolutionaries began in Greece, Italy, and other regions. Look, now in France, monarchs were ruling the country. But beside of France, in Greece, Italy, these are the other country, okay, nearest to France. In their country, liberal and nationalist revolution started. Okay, in 1830, the July Revolution in France overthrew the Bourbon king and established a constitutional monarchy. तो 1830 में क्या हुआ? ये जो रिवॉल्यूशन हो रहा था किधर? इटली में, ग्रीस में और नियरेस्ट कंट्री में, ये फ्रांस में भी शुरू हो गया।
फ्रांस में भी शुरू हुआ।
तो ये बर्बन किंग मीन्स क्या है? जो पहले जैसे जो किंग था, रिवॉल्यूशन से पहले जो किंग था, रिवॉल्यूशन बाद में जो किंग बनाया गया था, उनको बाहर कर दिया। ओके, फाइनली इन 1848 revolution spread across Europe. People demand democracy, nationalism, constitution, and nation state. Okay, so from 1789 to 1848, how many stages are there? You have to remember. If you don't remember, you don't understand what is going in this chapter. Okay. Then come to your chapter. The French Revolution and the idea of nation. The French clear expansion of nationalist came with the French Revolution in 1789. Already we have discussed. France, as you remember, was a full-fledged territorial state in 1789 under the rule of absolute monarchy. Absolute monarchy means
जिसमें
there
राजा
will
के
be
पास
there
सारी
will be
पावर
no
होती है,
restriction
वो कुछ भी कर
the
सकता
power
है।
of the king. Restriction नहीं होगा राजा के ऊपर. Okay.
हम्म
In 1789, under the rule of absolute monarchy, the political and constitutional changes that came in the wake of the French Revolution led to the transfer of sovereignty from the monarch to the body of French citizen. Already we have discussed what happening after the
हाँ,
revolution started.
1789 हाँ।
The revolution proclaimed that it was the people who would henceforth constitute the nation and the shape its destiny. Means people told that the revolutionary told that we are creating our constitution. We will create our constitution, and we will create constitution according to whatever we are thinking. Okay.
हम्म
And then what happening means from this we conclude that now democracy is setting on France. Freedom is setting on France. But the question is why we are learning French Revolution here? Our main intensity is unity.
यूरोप
Look.
होल यूरोप
According to French Revolution, now France become a nation state. France become a nation state. But is there reality? Was there reality? The people who are thinking unity. Okay.
नो
So for thinking for look. The question is what measures were introduced by the French revolutionaries to create a sense of a collective identity in France. Meaning is after French Revolution, after becoming France as a nation state, फ्रेंच रिवॉल्यूशन के द्वारा क्या किया गया ये जो कलेक्टिव आइडेंटिटी बने रहने के लिए. ओके.
लोग कलेक्टिव महसूस करने लगे, एक जैसा महसूस करने लगे।
हाँ
ऐसा
एक
क्या
जैसा महसूस करने के लिए क्या क्या किए फ्रेंच रिवॉल्यूशनरी. From the beginning of the look my screen. From the beginning of the French Revolution, the revolutionaries introduced many changes to create unity among the people of France. Means after forming France as nation state, the revolutionaries were trying to create unity among the people of France. They are doing many things. It is such an important question. They promoted the idea of a la patrie and a le citoyen, which gave people a feeling of equality and unity. ला पेट्रे मीन जैसे इंडिया में बोलते हैं ना भारत माता, उस टाइप के जो मदर फादरलैंड है, ये जो फ्रांस है ना, ये सबके लिए पापा जैसा है. whoever were residing this France territory of France, all were the son of France. all are the all were the son of France. That means unity. Okay. Then the France tricolor flag replaced the royal flag. Means the royal flag was replaced by France tricolor flag.
जिसमें ब्लू व्हाइट और रेड
Right. And you remember the state general?
हाँ
That was renamed as a National Assembly. Then national song, oath, memorials were introduced to inspire nationalism. Like suppose national anthem is going on. Suppose irrespective of your religion, irrespective of your occupation, we all are feelings. We are Indians. We are Indians. Same thing were happening in the France. A centralized government made uniform laws for all citizens. Means that
सारे सिटीजन के लिए सेम लॉज
the citizen who are living under the France territory, for this uniform laws are made. Internal tax and custom duties were removed. Different types of tax they are giving based on their gender, based on their state, they were removed. Okay. One system of weight and measures was introduced. One system of weight means throughout the territory of France, the 1 kg meaning 1 kg, 1 kg meaning 1 kg. A regional language were discouraged and French spoken in Paris become the national language, and they made French language as the national language. Okay, these are the action did by the French revolutionaries to create collective unity among the people of France. Okay. connect to our chapter. We completed till this. Okay.
Hmm.
What happening then? The revolutionaries further declared that it was the mission of the destiny of the French nation to liberate the people of Europe from despotism. In other words, to help other people of Europe to become nations. Look, now France become nation state. Hello.
क्या
After
आवाज नहीं आ रही थी।
after the French Revolution, the French become nation state.
हाँ।
Then revolutionaries did many things to uh, create
नेशनलिस्ट फीलिंग।
nationalist feelings. After this, they declare it was our responsible to spread this nation state idea throughout the Europe. ये सिर्फ फ्रांस तक हम लोग स्प्रेड नहीं करेंगे, सारे यूरोप में इसको स्प्रेड करेंगे। यही तो है हम लोग का मेन चैप्टर ना, नेशनलिज्म इन यूरोप। ये तो फ्रांस के में शुरू हो गया, फ्रांस से कैसे बाहर गया? बिकॉज द रिवोल्यूशनरीज वर थिंकिंग दैट वाज आवर रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू स्प्रेड दिस आइडिया थ्रू आउट द यूरोप। ओके। When the news of the events in France reached the different cities of Europe, students and the other members of a educated middle class began setting up Jacobean club. Okay, it was starting from Jacobean club. Okay, means ये जो expansion करने का starting Jacobean club से शुरू हो गया था. Okay, Jacobean club याद होगा 1790?
1791।
No, no, 91 में तो नेशनल असेंबली के पास ताकत था। 1793 से 94 तक जो जाकोबियन क्लब पावर में था, रोबिस्पियर जिसका हेड था। इस पीरियड से ये जो एक्सपेंशन पॉलिसी, व्हाई दे एक्सपांड देयर टेरिटरी टू स्प्रेड नेशनलिज्म फीलिंग्स। they spread this idea to Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, Italy. Okay. With the outbreak of the Revolutionary War, the French armies began to carry the idea of nationalism abroad. Like what happening? Initially, they increased their territory. With expansion mindset, they are also propagating the nationalism mindset, nationalism concept. Okay. The country name you remember, and by looking this map, you can connect. Look, just wait. I am showing you one image. Then only you can understand. 10th class, na? SST download. This is the map of Europe. This is the today map. Okay. This is how Europe looks like in modern time. Look, this is France. This is France. It is the western part. It is the western part of Europe. Okay. Look here. Here France is there. They spread their thinking to Holland. Holland is here. Where is Holland?
इसमें दिख नहीं रहा ढंग से।
Okay, leave the Holland. Belgium. Here is the Belgium. Then Switzerland. Here is the Switzerland. Italy.
इटली तो ये रहा।
हाँ. In the southern part of the France. Southern part of the France. Europe. Okay, you understand? After French Revolution, what was happening in Europe? From France, they expand their territory. Along territory, they also spreading the nationalist mindset. Okay. Then coming to next, what happening with this? Look, if you remember, in 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte took the power. Look, remember this timeline. Otherwise, you never understand anything. 1795, directive government was established.
गवर्नमेंट आ गई थी,
But
फिर वो अनस्टेबल थी।
हाँ अनस्टेबल था, इस वजह से 1799 में नेपोलियन बोनापार्टे ने सीज किया। हाँ, अब तक क्या हो रहा है कि बहुत सारे एरिया फ्रांस ने ऑलरेडी एक्वायर कर चुका है। ओके, सो व्हाट हैपनिंग आफ्टर दिस, within the wide swath of territory that came under his control, Napoleon set about introducing many of the reforms that he had already introduced in France. Look, उसके बाद क्या हुआ, जो एरिया फ्रांस ने एक्वायर किया था, ओके, ये सब एरिया के लिए नेपोलियन बोनापार्टे ने कुछ पॉलिसी इंट्रोड्यूस किया, दैट इज कॉल्ड नेपोलियन कोड, दैट इज कॉल्ड नेपोलियन कोड। So what was inside Napoleon Code? What was inside Napoleon Code? Napoleon Bonaparte introduced many reforms in the areas he controlled. Okay, like in Switzerland, like in Belgium, like in Holland, like in Italy.
Holland, Italy.
Though he ended democracy in France and restored monarchy, he kept some revolutionary idea. In the first line, they told you your book told you, although they demolished democracy,
हम्म,
बिकॉज जब नेपोलियन ने ताकत को आक्योर किया वो डेमोक्रेटिक तरीके से नहीं आक्योर किया, कोई इलेक्शन फिलेक्शन नहीं हुआ था, वो आर्मी जनरल था, वो खुद के ताकत से इसको आक्योर कर लिया। इसके वजह से क्या हुआ, डेमोक्रेसी तो खत्म हो गया, बट बहुत सारे उनके आइडिया रिवोल्यूशनरी था, जैसे कि इन 1804 ही इंट्रोड्यूस द नेपोलियन कोड। तो व्हेन नेपोलियन कोड वाज कमिंग 1804,
1804.
the code, what was inside this code? The code ended privileges based on a birth and established equality before law. पहले ही वो क्या किए, जिसको भी बर्थ के
Privileges
बेसिस
के
से
साथ
प्रिविलेजेस मिल रहा है उसको बंद कर दिया। और
इक्वालिटी आ गई लॉ के
मीन्स
सामने,
लॉ के सामने हर एक
कानून के सामने सबसे।
सब सेम है। अगर आप इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ोगे तो आर्टिकल 14 में ये लिखा है, इक्वालिटी बिफोर लॉ।
Equality before law.
ओके, इट प्रोटेक्टेड द राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी। राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी मीन जमीन प्रॉपर्टी रखने का अधिकार को भी ये माने। ओके, these reforms spread to places under French control like Netherlands, Switzerland, Italy, and Germany. Whatever that whatever they introduced by Napoleon Code, that is not only applicable for France, but also applicable to the part which were controlled by France.
हाँ, फ्रांस। इसमें नेदरलैंड्स क्यों है?
Netherlands is also part of France at that time.
होलैंड भी तो है,
हाँ सारे,
लेकिन होलैंड लिख सकते हैं।
हाँ हाँ हाँ। Feudalism was abolished and peasants were free from serfdom and heavy duties. You understand what I mean by feudalism? That means this is the entire country. This entire country was led by one king. This
हाँ,
king was giving the small part of land to feudal lords. Okay, who are ruling on behalf of a king. This this is called feudal lord. This is called feudal
he wants।
lord. What happening due to this? Suppose king telling collect 5 rupees tax from the peasants whoever living this area, but the feudal lord collecting 10 rupees. Okay, that's why Napoleon Bonaparte stopped this feudal system. Serfdom means serfdom means
पता नहीं।
it is like, जैसे बोलते हैं ना पैसा लेकर काम करना, कुछ पैसा दे दो जिंदगी भर वो काम करते रहेंगे। ओके, इसको भी उन्होंने डिमोलिश कर दिया। देन गीड रेस्ट्रिक्शन इन टाउन्स वर रिमूव। गीड रेस्ट्रिक्शन मींस जैसे मैं एक ट्रेडर हूँ, मेरे जैसा
रिस्ट्रिक्शंस
नो नो नो
होते
नो,
हैं।
देखो कोई भी ये हो गया, मान लो वियना एक सिटी, कि फ्रांस मान लो पेरिस हो गया ये एक सिटी, इस सिटी में 4 ट्रेडर रह रहे हैं। ओके, ये ट्रेडर को कभी भी ग्रीड मीन्स ग्रुप बनाने के लिए परमिशन नहीं था। क्यों नहीं था? क्योंकि ग्रुप बनाओगे तो यूनिटी आएगा, यूनिटी आएगा मीन्स कभी ना कभी आप सरकार के खिलाफ, राजा के खिलाफ क्या कर रिवोल्ट कर लोगे। और ग्रिड बनाने से अलग एक फायदा क्या है, मान लो आप 5 kg पोटैटो ऑर्डर कर रहे हो, तो अगर आप चारों मिलकर 20 kg ऑर्डर करोगे तो प्राइस थोड़ा कम आएगा। दैट्स व्हाई द किंग वाज स्टॉप दिस, बट इट वाज again started by Napoleon. Then transport and communication were improved. Uniform laws, standard weight and measure, and common currency helped trade and business grow easily between regions. This is inside Napoleon Code. Okay?
हाँ,
Napoleon did one thing bad, that is demolish the democracy. Otherwise, they were trying many revolutionary idea. They were carrying many revolutionary idea.
सब कुछ सही किया पर डेमोलिश
हाँ,
कर दिया वो
डेमोक्रेसी को डिमोलिश कर दिया।
डेमोक्रेसी को।
We completed Napoleon Code. Then the last thing. My question is, suppose this is France, this is Belgium. You are conquering Belgium, and you are doing fantastic thing towards the Belgium, because before your conquer, Belgium under Belgium were under monarchy. Means there is no democracy, there is no equality, there is no justice. So you are against the monarch? Okay. But after conquered by France, Napoleon did several good things. But the problem is, with this, you lost your identity. You lost your
Mm.
identity. Look,
Identity.
initially we learn how nationalism feelings were started, how this spread into different
Mm.
country.
Country.
Now we are trying to understand. Now France and Belgium, two different countries, right? how
France
France
फ्रांस
and
जो था
Belgium. Hmm.
उसने कब्जा कर लिया था वो
No, no, no.
कंट्री।
My question is, if you look current era, France and Belgium are two different country.
हाँ
But here you are learning one time France conquer all these country.
हाँ
Okay. इससे क्या हुआ, नेशनलिज्म का अगेन क्या हुआ, डिमोलिश हो गया।
हाँ
देखो एक टाइम में क्या कर रहा है, फ्रांस नेशनलिज्म के तरफ को, नेशनलिज्म को इंक्रीज कर रहा है। बट ये
हम्म,
इस इंक्रीज में क्या हो रहा है, वो अलग सारे कंट्री को कन्क्योर कर रहा है। इससे क्या हो रहा है, इस कंट्री का नेशनलिज्म का हनन हो रहा है। डू यू
हम्म,
अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेलिंग यू? मीन्स फ्रांस,
कलेक्टिव
हाँ,
आइडेंटिटी नहीं रह गई।
फ्रांस ट्राइंग टू spread nationalism throughout the Europe. With this, they lost some parts nationalism. So that, look, the question is, why did the initial enthusiasm for French rule turn into hostility? इसका मीनिंग वही है, जो सारे कंट्री पहले फ्रांस को बोल रहे थे कि आप आ जाओ, आप हम लोग को कब्जा कर लो, क्यों वो हॉस्टिलिटी में चेंज हुआ? हॉस्टिलिटी मीन्स प्रॉब्लम हुआ।
हम्म, हाँ
क्योंकि look, these are the several points. At first, people in places like Holland, Switzerland, Milan, and Warsaw. Milan, Warsaw, different city. Okay, welcome
हम्म,
the French army because they were brought the idea for liberty and reforms. Initially, they were
welcome the France army।
invited because you are carrying idea for liberty and reforms.
हाँ
But later, people become unhappy because France did not give real political freedom. How you give political freedom? Think. Suppose Ram is ruling you. I am
हाँ
helping you to defeat. Suppose this is you. Ram is ruling you. And Sam is
हम्म,
trying to free from Ram. Indirectly,
हम्म,
you are comes under Sam, na?
हाँ
So how you get political freedom? Heavy taxes were imposed. Censorship increased. Many people were forced to join the French army. These problems become greater than benefits of Napoleon reforms. Okay, ड्यू टू दिस, जो इनिशियल एंथुसियाज्म था, इनिशियली खुशी था क्योंकि फ्रेंच आर्मी आ रहे हैं, नाउ इट बिकम द हॉस्टिलिटी, नाउ इट बिकम द प्रॉब्लम, नाउ इट क्रिएट लॉट्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लम टू द कंट्री व्हिच आर acquired by France.
हाँ
Now you understand?
हम्म,